Welcome out to the Sevier Valley Center, this seventh game of the day between the Panguitch Bobcats and the Rich Rebels. The Bobcats will be in their home whites as the higher-seeded team, and the Rich Rebels will be in their road blacks. I'm Mike Ahlstrom alongside John Yardley, Elizabeth Ahlstrom producing, and Jared Call on the camera, Austin Owens on the stats. This should be an exciting game. Bobcats kind of dominated Tintic yesterday.
They did.
And Tabiona pulled off the close victory over Wayne to advance to this quarterfinal game.
Yeah, you know, they came into that game, the Rich Rebels, and Wayne kind of took it to them the first of that game. They held their own, but in the last part of the last quarter, Wayne just kind of lost the momentum they had.
Your starters, your leading scorers. It's interesting, John, when you look at the, I feel like I can't hear myself. When you look at the Rich Rebels, Carter Grohl, Jarrett Mason, Hunter Pace, Jaden Dash, Jaden Cornea, Dylan Fonensbach, Hoffman, Logan Clough, Carson Muirbrook, and Dylan Wasden, all 6 to 10 points. You know, that's pretty even scoring.
Yeah, if that's true, they're averaging about 80 points a game. But last night, the big player, you were over at this gym, was Carson Muirbrook. He was their dominant player inside.
Yeah, Muirbrook, great basketball player.
Bobcats send out their normal starting five: Justin Osborne, Clint Fulmer, Spencer Talbot, Tucker Chappell, and Cash Air.
Muirbrook to jump against Talbot. Tip comes to Air for the Bobcats. He'll hand to to Fulmer. Air, right wing. Three's open, takes it, drains it. Justin Osborne, Bryce Canyon City three. And I hadn't watched Justin Osborne play a lot till that region tournament, John, and I'm telling you what, I love his game. He's a fireball.
Yep.
And being a travel call on the Rebels and being part of such a dominant five starters, oftentimes he's getting the weaker defender, and that really allows him to shine.
You know, in region tournament, I know you liked him, and it's for the same reasons. He just kind of quietly does his job.
Down into Chappell in the right corner. Brings it back up top, gives to Osborne. Looks into Fulmer. Shot up from Talbot on the three, won't go, but Chappell with a putback for two.
Yeah, he cleans up the table. That rimmed all the way in and back out. Chappell, he was missing those small little jumpers inside last night, but he made that one count.
Desch blocked by Talbot as Muirbrook tries to take that 18-footer left wing, and Talbot puts it right back at him. Dribble drive, scoop, blocked again by Talbot. Two quick blocks by Talbot. Fulmer bounce pass ahead to Osborne and lays it in. He turns around, he says, and one. Three on the way, rims out. Talbot with a rebound.
That was a tough luck shot by Pace. Hunter Pace, one of their better players from last night's game.
Fulmer at the high post, drop steps left, takes it to the rack, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
Early on, the Bobcats are just killing them on the offensive board, and Rich is going to call a timeout.
This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Stop Pizza in Panguitch, Utah. Pizza for every taste bud. We have pizza, pasta, wings, salads, breadsticks, and many more delicious items. Go Bobcats from the Crofts family.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we mend it now.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show in Panguitch on 1aball.com. That first weekend in July, 4th of July weekend, that truck show in Panguitch, pretty fun show. Hoffman brings it right side. Blocked and out of bounds.
Well, that's 3 blocks already.
Wow.
We haven't played 3 minutes yet.
Talbot, such a strong rim defender. Inbounds, looking in. Osborne takes it away. Ball kind of pops up in the air, and he gets it back. Hands to Clint Fulmer. He pushes up the right side, defended by Cornea. Left side, air down to Talbot in the short corners. Talbot dribbles once, left, little pull-up jumper, no good. Fulmer with the putback for 2.
Well, Aussie's probably keeping track of offensive rebounds, and so far that's been the name of the game.
Right side, Pace. Kicks it left wing to Hoffman. He is double-teamed. They get it to Muirbrook, and a foul.
Well, that would have been the 4th block instead of the first foul.
You know, that's the only thing with Talbot. He's got to be careful on that arm coming forward. You can't swat or you're going to get those fouls. And
whether it's a foul or not.
Yeah, it's that it looks like a foul if it wasn't. Muirbrook makes his free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. 11-1, 5:26 to go in the first. On this Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network production. Broadcast on 1aball.com as well. Muirbrook makes them both.
Let's see. This 13 came in last night. We'll have to look him up again. Our score sheet.
What'd you say, Austin? Number 13 for Rich is Noah Terry. In the corner, Osborne skip pass air, pulls the trigger on the 3, won't go.
Is it Perry?
Perry, not a T. Perry.
Yeah.
Right corner, Pace dribbles in the corner, passes it in, then in-out action, rebound air for the Bobcats. Rod says we don't have any sound, but we've got sound. In the corner, Osborne pulls the trigger, 3 and 1, as he's fouled after the shot.
8 points already with a chance at the free throw line, the Legacy Ace free throw line. He has a chance to give himself 9 first quarter points. Legacy Ace free throw line, Ace Hardware.
There at 159 North Main in Panguitch. Gets it. 4-point play. You don't see those very often, John.
Yeah, really, because somebody gets gassed up when they make the 3 and they can't make the free throw.
Dash. Dribble drive, bounce pass across the paint. Nice look across the paint. Just can't get it to go.
You know, that big hand came up in front of him. He didn't get blocked, but it makes you think about it.
Osborne to air, baseline. Chappell seals. Rebound pulled out of there. Outlet pass ahead from Dash. Streaking to the basket, Jaden Cornea with the lay-in for 2. 15-4.
He had a good game last night.
Osborne picks up his dribble. Fulmer, Chappell underneath to Talbot, catches it, puts it up and in. Talbot with his first basket. 17-4 Bobcats. Shot up, Talbot with the rebound, contested by Talbot, and then gets it back. Carter Hoffman on that dribble drive attack on the baseline. Osborne fakes the 3, bounce pass underneath to Chappell. What an assist into Chappell on the low block.
Unselfish, really. It's kind of a surgical procedure going on out there so far in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Who was that just checked in?
Number 11, Jaden Dish.
3-point basket up and good.
See, that's another new player in.
Number 12 for Rich. Ridge Lundgren for the Bryce Canyon City 3. 7-19. Bobcats with 12-point lead. Air to Fulmer. 2:36 to go. Fulmer goes to the ground, loses his dribble. Picked up by Lundgren. Crossover, kicks it to Pace. Pace defended by Chappell. Comes back the right way, to the right. Gives off to Muirbrook. Muirbrook drives in the paint. Just kind of hesitates, keeps in the air, gets it past Talbot for 2 points.
That was a good move. You know, he got Talbot in the air, and then he just kind of waited and bumped and went up.
19-9, Bobcats by 10. Air open left, right corner 3, right wing 3 won't go, and Chappell on the rebound foul.
Yeah, that was a pretty obvious foul on the rebound.
He's moving away from the basket, and he bumps into Ridge Lundgren.
Cashier's 3-point shot has been a real piece of the Bobcats' arsenal. He's 0 for 2 from there tonight.
You know, it's been interesting this year, John, to watch the Bobcats really change their style of play. They were kind of a slow-it-down offense before, but with the shot clock, they take a lot of threes.
There's Muirbrook again.
Travels as he tries to get around Spencer Talbot. Spencer had the block anyway if it wouldn't have been the travel.
So Hunter Pace, Jaden Cordia, Carson Muirbrook, all very solid players.
Skip pass, Osborne left side, Air left wing. Osborne in the corner. Bobcats overload. Air wide open in the opposite corner. Osborne fakes, pulls up, fouled on the shot by Pace.
Well, Justin already with 9 points in the first quarter with 1:21 to play.
That's Pace's second foul. Hunter Pace averages 9 points a game for the Rebels.
Yeah, he's solid. He's a good defender, too.
That's our cameraman, Colin Pace. He's usually up here on our camera. That's his son.
Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line miss by Osborne.
Osborne's taken 5 shots in the game, John, and he's made 4 of them. 2 threes, a 2-point basket, and a free throw. 5 of 6.
10 first quarter points, not bad day's work.
Directing traffic is Cornea. Right side, Mason in the game. Muirbrook penetrates, kicks it back out to Lundgren for 3. Bryce Canyon City 3, left wing.
He's got 2 of them off the bench.
Stick with the hot hand as Lundgren open. Talbot will take a 3 in the right corner to answer. Won't go. Fulmer with the rebound. Puts it up with the left hand and in. Fulmer picking up the scraps and getting the 2 points on the board for the Bobcats. Little handoff to Lundgren. He dribbles right across the top of the key. Needs help. Picked up his dribble. Gets it to Muirbrook, right wing. Muirbrook looks. Bounce pass kicked away by Talbot. That'll reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. 24 seconds left in the first quarter.
Bobcats' widest lead was 13 at 19-4 with 3 minutes to play in the quarter. But down to 10 now.
Into Muirbrook, right wing. Work it around to Mason in the corner. Looking to get Lundgren open. They give it to Walker at the high post. He spins around Oh, what a move. Unable to get it to go as he spun around Osborne, got it up and rims off. 5 seconds. Osborne catches, pulls up from the foul line, little floater, tipped up by Fulmer, won't go. Fulmer tips it again, not in time. 22-12 after 1. You're watching 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
This state championship basketball brought to you by the University of Utah on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1. Also, Ruby's Inn, great sponsor for these tournaments, helping us provide this coverage for you. It will be to start the second quarter. It is Rich Rebel ball. Drive into the paint, kicks it out to Lundgren. Up top, Walker gives it back to Mason. He dribbles right to left. Lundgren defended by Air.
After he dropped those 2 threes down there, paid a little more attention to him.
Kick out to the left side. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Goes around Talbot. Won't go. Fulmer with the rebound for the Bobcats. Fulmer to Talbot. To Osborne. Down to Chappell. Kicks it to corner. 3. Air. Rims out. Chappell gets a hand on it, but unable to corral that ball. It goes out of bounds.
That was a 3-quarter shot. 3 quarters in, and the 4th came back out.
That it did. Hand off to Lundgren as he comes right to left across the top of the key. He'll hand it back to Mason. He dribble drive floater on the short corner. Probably not the shot that Coach.
No. That was an old Denny Winch. Run down the corner, let her fly.
Talbot, 18-footer left corner. That's off the front of the iron. Rebound knocked out of there. Picked up by Cornea. Crossover, dribble drive. Walker into the paint. Loses the handle. Needs help. Scoops it out. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Air.
So we've gone a minute and a half now. Neither team has scored here. Second quarter.
So Pace and what did he say? Wallenstein on 5.
Some of the
last name's Weston. Drake Weston. Trevor Walker with the ball. Trey Walker with the basket, and timeout on the floor. This is 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Gifts from Grady Foundation Charity Poker Run will be held April 22nd. For registration rules and regulations, go to giftsfromgrady.com. Raising awareness about organ donation, one tiny donor at a time, in honor of Grady Boy.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese. Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball, providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties. The mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Larry H. Miller, Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com and KTTA 8.1.
Panguitch had to build a 13-point lead. It's down to 8 now. They haven't been able to hit that outside shot where initially.
Air picks up his dribble, defended by Pace, needs help. Chappell comes out to bail him out. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Air, Talbot in the corner, left Osborne 3, left wing off the back iron, high. A rebound foul.
That's 3 on Pace, what's called on him.
And it is.
It's kind of tough, you're giving away that much size and you're trying to position yourself. That's Jaden Dish, and
Rich packs it into a 2-3 zone. They lob it in over the top to Air, right wing. Fulmer comes out to the top of the key, back to Air. Looks to Talbot in the corner, skip past Osborne. Comes in, 15-foot jumper, left elbow, tipped by Talbot, tipped again by Talbot, puts it up and in.
He's stuck with it.
Spencer Talbot playing at the rim, gets it done for the Bobcats. That's Mason, gives it in to Muirbrook at the high post, back out top to Walker. That's Weston. Muirbrook drives right, bounce pass inside, little roll, scoop, and score. Trey Walker.
That's a really nice move. Got Panguitch player over, playing him on one side, and he just spun around with an easy layup for him.
24-16. Bobcats with an 8-point lead, 4:47 to go in the first half. Osborne bounce pass to Fulmer. Dribbles once, Talbot 15-foot in the short corner. Osborne looks at that 3, hesitates. Air won't, takes it left wing, 3!
Yeah, he warms up from there, which he hasn't had a poor shooting night. He's a great. Oh, blocked the other way by Fulmer, Mike.
Fulmer gets up and swats that ball out of bounds. Cashier's Bryce Canyon City three-pointer is his first points of the game, and that's uncharacteristic for Cashier.
He's been
average is 13, and he's only got 3 so far.
Our great producer over there sure been on the ball today, Elizabeth.
Three-pointer up in the corner for Rich, and he answers.
That was a big shot from Dish.
Jaden Dish for Bryce Canyon City 3.
He didn't need much space either, did he?
27-19, no. He didn't have much space at all, but he elevates and puts it in. Osborne looking up top to Air. Fulmer at the high post. Kicks to Osborne in the left corner. Back Air, left wing 3 off the iron. Rebound Chappell in the right corner. And a foul on the Rebels.
That'll be their 4th team foul. They just kind of come back after Panguitch had that initial push. They've kind of come back to hold their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And we knew that the Rebels weren't going to roll over and die.
No.
Never have and never will.
They're too tough. That football mentality they have is one of their strengths.
Osborne picks up his dribble left wing, needs help, gets it to Talbot right wing, back to Osborne left wing for the 3, nothing but the bottom of the net for the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer for Justin Osborne.
That's 13 points for him.
And Air gets the foul as he and Carter Hoffman collide. Ridge Lundgren checks in for the Rebels. And Rich has gone 5 players deep on the bench where the Bobcats have played their starting 5, John.
Paiute did that when they came back today. They didn't play so well in the first half, and they had a 24-point third quarter, and they did not make any substitutions.
Right wing travel as Weston just kind of slips as he goes to take off. Osborne crosses half court, air left wing. Talbot, short corner into Fulmer, drop steps left, scores with the right hand. 8 points in the game for Fulmer.
All down in deep, he's the point guard, so to speak.
Hoffman yo-yos. Fake right, comes left, spins back to the middle. Talbot walls up, blocks the shot on Muirbrook. That's Talbot's fourth clean block and a foul on Weston, 60 feet from the basket.
Some reason Rich keeps thinking they can turn, and when they did the pivot move before, went around for a layup, that's one thing, but just to fake and come up, it's not. You got a rim protector there, as you mentioned earlier, and it's pretty tough to get a shot over him.
Yeah, when you're playing against 6'7", you need to fake and then move to get that ball up. 2-1-2 zone for the Rebels. Into the game for the Bobcats, number 4, Connor Henry. Gives Air a break. Skip pass, corner. Talbot drives baseline, lays it up, gets his own rebound, misses again. Chappell with the rebound, dribbles once, power dribble, reverse pivot, taken out of there and fouled is Muirbrook.
Yeah, 3 baby shots there for the Bobcats. They couldn't connect, and instead they come out with a foul. Second one on Chappell.
Cross half court for the Rebels. Right wing is Desch. Muirbrook. That's Weston. No, sorry, that's number 15, Cornea. Step back, hesitation. Muirbrook, 15-footer from the elbow.
He was doing that last night in the game. He didn't have to be down inside every time. That's pretty hard for Talbot to block that one when he steps out that far and shoots it in.
He's got a nice soft shot, John.
Does.
He's going to have to use that more. High pass to Talbot, touch pass from Talbot in, knocked away as he's trying to get that inside to the low block. Fulmer will inbounds.
Panguitch Dental, Paul's Auto Repair helping the ball game today. And Garfield Ready Mix.
Osborne catch, shoot, the 3 in the corner, rims out. Popped up in the air by Chappell. Fulmer gets it. Keeps his dribble alive. Gives to Osborne. Knocked away on the backside by Cornea. Taking it the other way. Osborne knocks it away from him. Passes it. Saved. Inbounds. Good hustle by Lundgren. Gets it up top. Crossover. Desch. Loose. Taken away by Fulmer. Talbot brings it across half court for the Bobcats. In the corner, Osborne right side. Looks in. They've got 3 Bobcats on the blocks. Fulmer with the scoop. Won't go. Chappell tips it. Comes to Fulmer. Fulmer blocked. And a jump ball. That was a good call. It
was the right call.
Fulmer goes up, and on top of the ball is Muirbrook. Alternating possession to the Bobcats.
40 seconds to play here.
32-21. Henry down to Fulmer, and a foul. Will be the 6th team foul on the Rebels.
So this 36 seconds of play not likely to be in a bonus on either team.
Lob over the top to Talbot. Henry for 3, left wing, won't go. Fulmer tips it. Rebound pulled down by Desch. Outlet pass ahead to Lundgren for 3, won't go. Rebound chased down in the corner by Cornea. Drives right, passes to Lundgren. 19 seconds left in the first half. Hesitation, fake. Desch pulls up, corner, won't go. Fulmer with the rebound for the Bobcats, and a foul on the pass.
Well, I was wrong. It is going to be a bonus, 1-1.
Fulmer with 8 rebounds and
8
points. Opportunity to...
Lucky 8s.
Shoots that free throw with his left hand. Makes it from Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Bobcats so far have only scored half as many points in this quarter as the first quarter. With 22, they got 11 in this one.
Off the back iron. 9 points in the game. 7 seconds in the first half. Pass inside. Muirbrook drives. Floater won't go. Osborne with the rebound. That's going to do it for the first half. 33-21. Bobcats. You're watching 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network on 1aball.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list would be Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Panguitch and a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger. Julie and Colleen at Henry's wish all teams the best of luck.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing, give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success.
Joe's Main Street Market is your full-service grocery store in downtown Panguitch, featuring a tantalizing fresh meat counter and a wide selection of fruits and vegetables, as well as all your regular items in a grocery store, from bread and milk to cookies and ice cream. First-class customer care at Joe's.
Welcome out to the Southern Utah University Halftime Report. Come soar with us at suu.edu. At the half, the Bobcats, they jumped out to a 22-12 lead after one, and they've outscored the Rich Rebels 11-9 in the second. The score at the half, 33-21.
Leading the way is Justin Osborne. He's come up 10 big first quarter points, hit a 3 in the second. He's got 13, 9 for Clint Fulmer, who also has 8 rebounds according to Ozzy. 4 in the game for Spencer Talbot, 4 for Tucker Chappell, and 3 for Cashier. On the Rich Rebel side, been 6 points for Carson Muirbrook. He's been their leading scorer. 2 for Jaden Cornea, 3 for Jaden Dish, and we had a couple of 3-pointers off the bench for Ryan. What's it? I don't remember. 50 was it? Lundberg. What was it? Lundberg.
What's that?
Lundberg.
Lundgren
had 2 threes off the bench. So he scored 6 points. Big half for him, and 2 for Trey Walker.
19 rebounds for the Bobcats, 2 rebounds for the Rebels. That's given the Bobcats 29 field goals versus the Rebels 18. Yeah. Bobcats have made 13 of 29 versus 8 of 18 for the Rebels. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Rich Rebels for your Southern Utah University halftime report after this.
JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983, from large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes. Owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success.
K&D Forest Products in Panguitch, Utah invite you to come visit them for all your building and log home needs. K&D would like to wish all teams success in the postseason.
Welcome back to the Southern Utah University halftime report. As your Rich Rebel cheerleaders dance, the Bobcats with a 33-21 lead at the half, 12-point lead for the Bobcats.
Lots of great folks helping bring this game your way tonight, including Orton Farm Supply, Rally Stop in Panguitch, Southern Utah Vision Care, Spencer Brothers Feed, Stephen Wade Auto Group, our good friends down there at Stephen Wade Honda, Franson Albrecht Physical Therapy with offices in Wayne County as well as in Garfield County, and Camping World in St. George, also one of our great sponsors, and Paul's Auto Repair in Panguitch.
Should be an exciting second half. We talked about it early, John. You know that Rich Rebels are not going to lay down And we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments can be made and by each team. And I expect a close game throughout.
Yeah, it has been, ever since the Bobcats built that 15-point lead of 19-4 with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. They got it back to 13 at one point with 3:26 to play in the second quarter. And right now, of course, it's at 12. But it's been, after that early lull of 19-4, it's been pretty close.
Absolutely. What adjustments do you think the Rebels can make on their end on the offense to get more going on the offensive end?
Well, I think their best scorer is Carson Muirbrook, and as you can see there, I think they're going to tell him to take a little more time, don't rush it. And the little pivot move was made down in deep there by, wasn't Corny, might have been, wasn't Hunter Pace either, I forget who made the little pivot move inside, and do more things like that instead of just try to come straight up against the top shot blocker in 1A.
Absolutely.
And I think that's one thing they've got to do.
The other thing I think that hurt the Rebels, Hunter Pace had 3 fouls early on. He had 2 early in the second, came in in the 2 early in the first, came in the second, got his third one really quick, and the Rebels need Hunter Pace on the floor as well.
Yeah, I liked him in last night's game. He plays under control. He's kind of one of their leaders to me.
All right.
On the other hand, you have big outing from Justin Osborne, which the coaches say, where did this guy come from?
Absolutely. This has been your Southern Utah University Halftime Report. Come and soar with us at suu.edu.
Giant delicious fluffy pancakes for breakfast and our great selection of sandwiches for lunch, to our choice steaks or our amazing homemade country fried steak and mashed potatoes for dinner, top it off with homemade pie, and Kenny Ray's is just like home.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah High School athletics.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Gren Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it, as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all the truck drivers that make our communities better. We wish all teams success.
As Utahns, we don't have to go far to find a bit of heaven. Historic Panguitch City, nestled in southern Utah's high plateaus, just 20 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. Panguitch is a year-round celebration of heritage and outdoor culture.
After a big win, it's easy to smile. After a hard loss, it's not so easy. Win or lose, keep your smile in the game with your friends at Panguitch Dental. With a sliding scale discount based on income and family size, coupled with outstanding patient care, there's much to smile about at Panguitch Dental.
Panguitch Drug Store on Main Street in Panguitch has provided pharmacy services for over 100 years and 4 generations. Refill your prescriptions online at drugstorewest.com or give them a call at 435-676-2212.
Paul's Auto Repair in Panguitch is your dependable stop for vehicle, ATVs, and even snowmobile repairs and maintenance. With a complete line of accessories, including helmets, batteries, fuel containers, and tires, Paul's is able to keep your outfit running with quality parts and service.
9 is the time to start showing your strong disapproval of drinking alcohol underage.
But it's great to have these conversations at any age, even if it feels a little awkward.
Brought to you by the Panguitch, Bryce Valley, and Escalante Prevention Coalitions.
Bryce Canyon National Park is celebrating its 100th anniversary with concerts, festivals, and events throughout the year. Start making plans now to join us for this once-in-a-lifetime celebration at brycecanyon.org.
Rocky Mountain Fencing, located in Panguitch, has been serving southern Utah for over 20 years. Owner Mark A. Engelstead is a proud supporter of Region 20. Give Marquet a call today, 435-463-1659.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese. Coming out after the half, this game on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com, teamhive.live, KSL.com, KSLsports.com, and KTTA 8.1. At the half, yeah, while they're coming out, let's do the Fab Rats trivia. We missed it in the first half. We've been doing it in the first half. So, here's your Fab Rats trivia. Who is Paul's right-hand man in the shop?
Paul's right-hand man in the shop.
Email us at uhsslive@gmail.com. Who is Paul's right-hand man at uhsslive@gmail.com. Win a Fab Rats t-shirt. Rich Rebel ball to start this second half. Bounce pass up top to Desch. And pass kicked away, knocked away. No, they changed it to the Bobcats.
Yeah, Chappell said it went off him, and the official was right there. She agreed.
So
not the way you wanted to start the second half if you're Rich Rebels.
With a turnover. Fulmer skip pass. Osborne in the corner looking into Talbot. Bobcats overload the right side. Fulmer has the ball stripped away, and he's fouled by
Corney, I think.
No, it's not. It's on 20.
Oh, Carter Hoffman, I guess.
Carter Hoffman. Pass taken out of the air. As
nice defense by Desch.
Osborne tries to put that over the top of Desch, and then a reach-in foul on the Bobcats, and Desch just responds, jumps up, and snags that pass out of the air.
Yeah, it's good defense.
The Rebels, 3 on the right side on the blocks. Desch goes to the corner. Muirbrook sets up on the low post. Desch kicks it to Pace. Three-pointer won't go. Air with the rebound, rips it out of the air. Hoffman got a hand on that ball, and Air said, no way. In the corner, Osborne looks to Fulmer on the high block, and Talbot pops out to the corner. Air, right wing. Rebels in a 1-3-1 zone. Back up to Fulmer up top. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Air right wing. Skip pass. Osborne left wing. Looks to Talbot in the corner. Gives to Talbot. Looks into Fulmer. Skip pass up top to Air. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls up from behind the college 3 off the front of the iron. It's going to go out of bounds.
Well, he had it on line. Just he was a little too deep off the front iron.
You know, Bobcats not attacking on that offensive possession. They settled and let the defense dictate what they were doing.
Exactly. And maybe that's one of the things that they're going to try to do here.
Dribble, drive, penetration, jump ball as Talbot gets a hand on top of the ball and from Muirbrook. That's his 5th block in the game and Bobcat ball.
And I don't know what the coach can complain about that. He was standing flat-footed.
Yeah. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
If you're buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
125 years of growth, of exploring, of discovering new possibilities. 125 years of innovating, of connecting, of soaring to new heights. At Southern Utah University, students are our number one priority. Everything we do, our programs, professors, services, are here to help you succeed. Impacting the lives of generations, we've put you first for 125 years, and we're just getting started.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon City off the timeout. It's Bobcat basketball to Talbot. Tipped, goes to Fulmer, right wing. Osborne three is going to be short, and last touched by Pace, out of bounds off the Rebels.
But you're right. Bobcats haven't been working anything this first 2 minutes of the second half. They haven't been trying to get anything inside. It's just been all launch it.
That time they go to Chappell at the high post. He hits to Fulmer. Fulmer kicks to air. Left corner three off the iron. High bounce. Won't go. Rebound Desch for the Rebels.
Kind of unusual for him to have this kind of shooting night.
Cornea left. So two guard front for the Rebels. One high post. Clears out. Desch spins down over Osborne. Rims out. Fulmer with the rebound for the Cats.
That was a great move by him. That's a tough in and out basket.
Fulmer to Talbot. He looks at the three.
If Rich's plan is to make Panguitch shoot from the outside, it's working.
That three from Osborne rims out. Rebound Hunter Pace. High dribble taken away. Osborne gets it. Double dribble.
Yeah, that's correct, Carl.
It's good hustle by Osborne to get the ball, but he dribbled it twice or three times, taking it away. Then he had to regain possession because he was going to go out of bounds.
He had kind of lost control.
Resets the shot clock, and Cornea yo-yos up top, looks to Pace left wing, defended by Chappell. Gives to Walker, takes it all the way around with the right hand, lays it up, won't go. Talbot with the rebound for the Bobcats.
Rich has had some tough.
And a blocking foul.
They've had some misses down in deep. Might as well have gone down for them. But
yeah,
here we are 33 minutes in, and still 33-21.
So we're 5 minutes of scoreless from the field. There's been a couple free throws, one free throw, but 5 scoreless minutes, defensive battle. Fulmer kicks it to Talbot in the corner, looks at the three, left side. Fulmer low block on the left.
Chappell, seems like he's a little gun shy to take that three, doesn't he?
Fulmer draws the foul against Desch, absolutely there. And I think the Bobcats, and Austin would have to tell us there's the number of threes made and missed, but they've kind of been off the mark from the three-point line in the last little bit. 4 for 17, John. That's under 25%.
Yeah, that's not too swift. They have been during the latter part of the season. Much better free throw.
Fulmer missed the first, made the second from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Legacy Ace Hardware in Panguitch. Dribble drive floater from the foul line, rattles around and in. Jaden Cornea.
That was a nice play.
First 2-point basket in almost 6 minutes of court time. Osborne picks up his dribble, ball tipped up in the air. Fulmer to air, back to Talbot at the left wing. 10-point lead, 11-point lead, 34-23.
Good defense being played here by Rich.
Air gets that one to go from a Bryce Canyon City three-point line, right corner. Cash Air, his second three-point basket. Osborne with the takeaway, scoops and scores on the other end. Justin Osborne.
15 out of his team's 39 points. That is the largest lead now for the Bobcats. 39-23, a plus 16 at the 3:52 mark.
Hesitation left. Walker steps right. Bank three won't go. Fulmer with the rebound for the Bobcats.
I don't think Rich can get into a gunning game here. I think they got to play control.
Talbot fakes the pass, pulls up off the dribble. Little floater with the right hand for Talbot.
They look sweet when they go in. When they don't, how did he miss an easy shot like that?
This is 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
You're on this campus business team that lives and works together at the University of Utah. Your team has come up with this cool new ski rack. For real, it's going to market. Then you say to yourself, hold on, sports fans.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join a campus living team. Yes, our freshman experience is refreshingly different. Only at the U.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
All right. Welcome back, folks, to this state championship basketball presentation brought to you by Fab-Rats, family-friendly YouTube channel. So we have a winner for Fab-Rats trivia, John. Callan Adams was the first. Then Giles 5, Canyon Owens, Oakley Johnson. Ben Cox is Paul's brother and his right-hand man. Also, McKaylee Roundy answered the question. Timeout, Bobcats saves the possession.
And you know who caused all that? And Austin, our stat man, done a great job for us tonight. He watched right on it. That Osborne has had a ball game. 15 in the game, and he caused all that ruckus to happen right there.
We'll be back after this.
Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Chrome and the Canyon Mule sale on Saturday on the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Hey, if you won a Fab-Rats t-shirt, come to the broadcast area or send someone to get it for you, and we've got those here. We will not be mailing those out this year. So anything that's not claimed at the end of this will be given away to the cheerleaders to throw out in the championship game.
I was just going to interject that. You better be calling in because we got a whole big box. We got 2 days. We're halfway done tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So come get your shirts or have somebody come get them for you. Fulmer set to inbounds for the Bobcats. Pass over the top to Henry. Fulmer at the high post. Talbot drives baseline out of bounds.
Osborne gives a little rest and well-deserved rest.
Man, he's earned a break.
Oh, okay.
Austin says Osborne's got a little blood on his knee, so he's out getting cleaned up by the trainer. Fulmer again, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside. Nice job. Gets it to Fulmer on the high post. He drops it back into Fulmer as he comes in from out of bounds.
Well, that's called unselfish play, and that's what good teams do.
43-23. Bobcats lead by 20. 2:45 to go in the third. In the right corner, Muirbrook gives to Walker, drives from the right wing, block and fouled. So by Talbot. And that forward motion on that block is what causes that foul, John.
Yeah, that's like an advertisement said, yeah, I really did it.
Especially when you're 6'7" and your arm's up that high.
Second foul on Talbot.
You know, and with only 2.5 minutes to go in the third, that's not a worrisome foul. as Trey Walker makes his first from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
But that's only the third point in this entire quarter for Rich. It's hard to come back when you're not scoring.
Talbot with a rebound. Chappell and Talbot box out well, and they play up there around the rim.
And Muirbrook's hardly touched the ball this quarter.
Up top, Air fakes, drives in the middle, blocking foul as Air attacks the basket, and that foul will go to Trey Walker.
They're going to call that on the shot. I'm going to say it was on the drive.
Also, they gave it to Lundgren. Sorry about that. I misspoke. 3 on the way from Henry.
Henry off the bench.
Connor Henry of Bryce Canyon City, 3 from the bench. Timeout on the floor. Rebels will take one as well. This is 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
For almost 70 years, the Yardley Insurance Agency has been helping people find the insurance that's right for them. They represent several companies, including Allstate and Liberty Mutual, and have friendly staff that are ready to meet your insurance needs. Yardley Insurance is proud to support the Region 20 tournament.
You're in Paris with a group from the University of Utah, studying intellectual traditions, like Rene Descartes, who said, "I think, therefore I am." So deep. Then it suddenly hits you.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join an on-campus living team. Yes, our freshman experience is refreshingly different. Only at the U.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHive.live and KTTA on the kick. The shot clock will reset to 20 seconds. Windy Mesa Studios, if you're looking for framed art, to have artwork framed, they do fantastic framing. They do canvas prints. They print on coffee mugs to mouse pads, whatever. Keychains, ball taken away on the low post as Trey Walker tries to dribble into the triple towers there. What's going on? Oh, shot clock. Again, I don't know what I missed a couple games because I was over in the other gym, but the first 2 games of the day we had a ton of shot clock issues.
Yeah, Elizabeth and I were talking about it earlier. I called a quarter ending because they shot a buzzer shot and they started the clock at 20 seconds. Our stat man, Austin Owen, said. I thought it was a buzzer shot.
Fulmer bounce pass in to Chappell at the high post. Fulmer, nice pass across the paint to Chappell. Assist Fulmer, basket Chappell.
They haven't needed Chappell in this second half. Gives him 6 points. But now Rich has doubled up.
Hard foul as Jaden Cornea goes to the basket. That's Fulmer's second foul.
Cornea's had a little more difficult time. He hit that little lob shot earlier. He's had a little more difficult time getting past Fulmer and getting down the lane than he did in last night's game against Wayne Badgers. He makes the Ace Hardware, Legacy Ace Hardware free throw, the first one.
Jaden Cornea, 5 points in the game. Misses the second. Air boxing out the shooter like he's supposed to, and he gets the rebound into the game. Dax Miller for the Bobcats. 48-25, 1 minute to go in the third. Talbot from Air back to Air in the corner. Looks into Chappell. Has Chappell. He's got Muirbrook sealed behind him. Backside help comes. Gets it up and draws the foul.
Well, talk about Clint Fulmer being strong. You talk about Carson Murbrook being strong. Tucker Chappell's, he's a strong little dude.
He's a workhorse. And Chappell, it's frustrating as a big guy in my day to sit there and watch him beg for the ball. If they give him that ball when he first asks for it, as he comes open and has his guy sealed, that's an easy layup, and he doesn't have to go to the free throw line to try and get his points.
His legacy ace hardware free throw wasn't lucky.
3-point basket up and good.
Lundgren.
Ridge Lundgren from Bryce Canyon City three-point land cuts that lead to 20. 48-28, 36 seconds to go in the third. To Miller, he finds a lane down the left side, gets called for a travel.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do with it. He should have shot it. He had the lane there. That's fresh off the bench. Sophomore.
Dax is going to be a great asset for the Bobcats in the future, getting some quality minutes in a state tournament. Lundgren works it back and forth. Murbrook from downtown. There's that touch from Murbrook that you're talking about the Rich Rebels need. Then a rebound foul goes against the Bobcats. That's going to be the 5th team foul.
I think Miller's going to be whistled up for his first foul with 16.4 seconds. The third quarter hasn't been kind to the Rich Rebels. Be nice if they could get a basket right here.
Inbounds to the corner, right corner. Bounce past low post. Walker blocked out of there. Picked up by Dax Miller. Ahead to Henry. Scoops it up and scores with the left hand on the left-hand side. Connor Henry. That's going to do it for the third quarter. 50-28 after 3. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
This year, as we celebrate Bryce Canyon National Park's 100th anniversary, we invite you to be part of the Bryce Canyon Association so that future generations can enjoy it as we do today.
Bear Valley RV Park in Sinclair, conveniently at the junction of Highway 20 and 89. Large RV pull-throughs with full hookups. Rent a cabin, a sheep camp, a teepee for an unforgettable adventure. BearValleyRV.com. Bugs driving you crazy? Here at Big Tom's Pest Control, we get rid of earwigs, termites, roaches, spiders, and much more. Bug season is here, and it's time to go to BigTom'sPestControl.com, and we will stomp them out.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Association on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Check them out at brycecanyon.org. John, did you know Bryce Canyon National Park's 100 years old this year?
June 8th's a big one. We'll have the piano guys on the hoodoos.
brycecanyon.org. Find information. Murbrook, defended by Talbot, goes one way and then the other, and I think they're going to get air on the reach in. Talbot had him contained, and it really could have been a 3-second count before that.
Yeah, air sees that now. We're having some T-shirts made. Who do you do what? Great orange T-shirts. I can't remember all that it said, but it's something like that. Who do you do? Bryce Canyon National Park, 100 years.
Murbrook makes the first.
I'm going to get old Lundy a hoodoo shirt.
Murbrook's second one on the way, off the front iron, rebound. Miller, and he has it taken away, so he gets the rebound, then the turnover is from the backside. Hoffman comes in and takes it away. Hunter Pace yo-yos back and forth. Left hand, drags his pivot foot. Shot up, Chappell contained, out of bounds. Off of dish. Henry to Miller. That's Fulmer and Osborne on the bench for the Bobcats getting a long break. Talbot from downtown.
That was a spinner all the way. That was another of those three-quarter shots.
Hunter
That's Pace.
Pace.
You know, he never did get in rhythm in the first half. You mentioned it. He got in foul trouble. He drains a 3 right there.
Bryce Canyon City 3 for Hunter Pace. His first points in the game. Averages 9 points a game for the Rebels. Inside from Air, and that pass is just late. That's got to be a bounce pass coming in on the left-hand side. Pace pulls up, fakes, takes the 3, won't go. Talbot with the rebound and the collision with Carter Hoffman.
He's a 16 foul on Rich, so the rest of the way, 6:41 to play. This is what Rich did in last night's game when they were trailing.
That goes through Air's hands. Pat gets it at the right wing. Up to Miller up top. Henry inside Talbot, drop steps right. Muirbrick swats the ball away. Taken away, picked up by Pace, right corner.
That's good defense, good hand, quick hands.
Henry hits the floor hard. A blocking foul on Talbot, or
that'll be 16 fouls on
give it to Talbot. His third. And the Rebels really have stepped up their intensity on that dribble drive attack, John. Really coming hard at the Bobcats as they attack the basket.
They were real loose with that in the third quarter. They, mentioned they had 4 points in that whole quarter.
Bobcats still scoreless in the fourth. The Rebels with 4 points. 50-32, 6 minutes to go in the game. In the quarterfinal game, miss, but Desch with the rebound, blocked by Talbot. And then Chappell has it knocked away, but he gets it out to Air.
7.
Left side, Talbot will hold it out, gives it back to Fulmer. Fulmer and Osborne back in the game for the Bobcats. Right wing, Chappell looks again. Talbot looks at the 3. Osborne left wing, a little further towards the corner. Bobcats working around the perimeter. 3 seconds. Air 2, pulls up, gets it off in time, hits the rim. Desch with the rebound. Jump ball, Bobcat possession. Fulmer. Desch gets that rebound. Fulmer just stands there and waits till Desch pivots to the right. Reaches in, ties him up.
Yep. Kind of lucky he didn't get a reach-in foul right
Absolutely. There. This out-of-bounds play brought to you by Dr. Rob Barrick Dental. Dr. Rob Barrick, great sponsor for the entire tournament. Pass into Fulmer, drop step right, up and under, fake shot, fouled. He'll take a trip to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
There aren't many teams that Fulmer couldn't do that about every time down the floor if that was part of his game plan. He's so quick and he's strong.
Bobcats with multiple options. Chappell and Talbot. Eric, all the big men for the Bobcats are pretty tough. Fulmer with a miss from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. He's 2 of 5 in the game. 3 of 6.
Gives him 13 in the game.
Pass ahead. Pulled up by Weston. Dribble drive. Scoop. Won't go in.
But again, they're trying to do that. When you mentioned it, they've had some success driving the ball.
Air into Fulmer. Comes baseline. Little reverse layup. Won't go. Chappell has the ball knocked away from him by Pace.
Him and Pace have had a pretty good little conversation down there, and I don't think they're giving each other raspberries. I think it's just player talking to player.
Fulmer into Air, 33 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Fulmer. He gives it to Osborne up at the top of the key. Right wing, Air into Fulmer, the right high post. Reverse pivot, spins to the middle, little layup with the left hand.
14 for him. One thing he can do also is he can stop and doesn't bowl over the next player.
Ball pops over towards Osborne, and Osborne took off, thought he could scoop it up.
Savage gets ready to check in.
Justice Savage into the game for the Bobcats, comes in for Chappell. Chappell finishes with 6 points. He might be back in, might not be done for the night, but 53.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, you're good. 53-32 Bobcats. An offensive foul.
That's 4 if it's on pace.
Give that to Hoffman. That's Hoffman. His third.
3 on him.
4:34 to go in the ball game. Fulmer defended by Weston. Osborne gets it back, but then the pass taken away. Desch goes the other way with it, lays it up, and is fouled.
It was a lob pass by Fulmer, kind of lazy pass. It was tipped away, and he took it coast to coast. Fulmer tried to catch up with him, couldn't do it. The Legacy Ace Hardware free throw good. Gives him 4 points in the game.
53-34, 19-point lead for the Bobcats. Air will take it out of bounds, gets it into Justice Savage. To Fulmer. To Air. And that's going to be the 4th on Hoffman.
You know, you can't be right out in front of the official and just body up like that. I mean, you're down by 19 points. Why do that? You know, it's after the 3rd time the official calls it. That's a lane violation by the same person who committed the foul. Carter Hoffman moved into the lane before the ball was even released by Air. So he gets another chance at a 1-and-1.
That one's good. He makes them pay for that. Cash Ayers, his 7th point. You know, the Bobcats have just done a good job about spreading out the offense, taking what the Rebels have given them, led by Osborne in that first half. Pass to Desch up top, spins down the middle. Talbot elevates, misses the block, but gets the rebound.
Yeah, he made him change his shot.
Justice Savage pass ahead to Osborne. Air looks baseline, fakes, goes baseline, traveled.
Yeah, he did. The 3:43 mark, 54-34. And Classy FM on the radio side. And KKTA, TeamHive.live.
Yep. Yeah. Talbot just walls up right there and doesn't allow number 13, Noah Perry, to back him in, and his feet slide. He gets called for the travel. 2-2-1, full court press, pass ahead to Air, lays it up and in.
When you commit that many people in the back court, 2 quick passes, you got a layup like that one, Mike.
Especially when you've got someone as good as Air down on the low block, and the Bobcats are stacked with backcourt talent. Air with the rebound on the miss from the Rebels. 56-34, both teams with subs lined up at the Fulmer fouled before the shot. He'll take a trip to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. That's going to be the 10th team foul. It'll be double bonus for Fulmer.
I have Fulmer unofficially for 15 and 20. Even 20 for, 17 for Justin Osborne.
Fulmer, that one rattles around and in. I also had him at 15, so we'll call it official.
Okay.
If you and myself and Austin Owens all have us at the same, it's got to be true, right?
We'll say the official score could make a mistake as easy as we can. Well, one remaining set or quarterfinal to play today. Second free throw is no good.
Yeah, Fulmer just like, hey, I don't want to come out of the game yet. Cornea gives it up to Perry. He pulls up from the foul line, rebound. Baseline drive, elevated. Lundgren, shot won't go.
Parkin into the game. Got that rebound. Cameron Parkin.
Hands to Fulmer, spins back to the middle. Left, right side.
Bridger Chapel
Savage.
in.
That's number 24, right? Bobcats. John said yes. So Fulmer on the dead ball comes out. So around the perimeter, Lundgren inside, floater good.
A little easier to get there to the hoop without the big guy in your way.
Yes, sir. Ball picked up by Walker. Pass ahead to Lundgren. He's fouled by Savage.
You kind of hate to see a game that's been pretty competitive turn into just run and gun. But guys that haven't been in the game get a chance to score, get their hands on the ball.
Lundgren, just a freshman. He's had a great game for the Rebels. I have him with 12 points with that free throw. Make it 13.
I think that's correct because he's had 3 threes.
Yeah. Pass tipped away, then picked up by the Bobcats.
That's Maddox Johnson into the game.
To Henry, ahead, shot up and one.
That's the Parkin. That's Cameron Parkin. He's 3 and Henry's 4. He got the pass down in there from Henry, and he made that count.
Way to finish for Parkin. Sometimes you get that contact. It's hard to follow through and make the basket. 1:27 to go in the game, 59-38.
Panguitch Dental, his dad, the dentist, one of our sponsors.
Next game on the docket is the Milford Tigers and the Tabiona Tigers. The Tiger battle.
Tigers. I mean, a jungle out there.
Dribble drive from the left wing will send number 2 to the line for the Rich Rebels. That is a Hoffman at the line. Riker Hoffman. He's probably a freshman or sophomore. Yeah. 6-foot sophomore at the line. Legacy Ace Hardware free throws. Got it.
You know, Rich is competitive year in, year out. Maybe not the very best, but always competitive.
Second one up, good as well. Makes them both from Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Pass ahead and out of bounds.
I mentioned Cornea. His game was thwarted a little bit tonight. He's a skilled player as well. Good point guard.
Yeah, defensively, the Bobcats really keyed on Jaden Dash. It only allowed him to have 5 points. You know, Carson Muirbrook finishes with 6, 7. Savage 3 won't go. Basket up and in.
Logan Clough got his basket. A lot of these passes are just up for grabs. Whoever wants one. Chappell.
18-foot baseline jumper for Chappell won't go. Rebound foul as Cameron Parkin gets the ball on the short corner, and he gets fouled, pushed out of bounds, bumped out of bounds.
First round, 24, the clock is first. That's why I'm shooting 2 for Panguitch. Number 3, Cameron Parkin.
Shot up good for Parkin.
He barely caught the rim on his last attempt. His Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line's had a lot of work tonight.
It sure has. That one's up and good as well. Parkin with 4 points in the game. Johnson with the foul.
The 7.1 seconds in. Maybe these second string guys don't want to see the game end. You know, they gives them some more time.
Gives them a little more time. Heck yes. So the next matchup, John, is the number 4 and the number 5. Milford comes in ranked number 5 in the state, and Tabby number 4 in the state. It should be a good game, the next game on the docket.
It really should be. Both these teams are hard-nosed defensive teams and players, and I expect it'll be a battle.
From the foul line, makes the second one. Johnson. He'll hold. That's going to do it. 61-44 is your final. Hang with us, folks. We'll be back with the Ruby's Inn postgame report and highlights after this.
When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list would be Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Panguitch and a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger. Julie and Colleen at Henry's wish all teams the best of luck.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing, give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success.
Joe's Main Street Market is your full-service